Welcome to Well Conceived Business, the place health and wellness practitioners come to create businesses that deliver both profit and peace. Let's dive in. Hi, and the biggest welcome to you this week. I'm so excited to dive into this week's podcast topic because, as you know, online courses is my love language, but nobody is talking about these 4 things, and they're actually so incredibly important to online courses and your sales and success with them. So we're going to dive into 4 major things nobody's talking about, but everyone needs to think about, especially when it comes to creating a signature online course. So I'm going to dive straight in. Number 1, why is nobody talking about welcome momentum? So if you listen to last week's episode, you will know that one of the big things that we've worked on in our online course launches, and pretty much one of the major things we work on within Launch Easy Life, is welcome momentum. Now, if you don't know about Launch Easy Life, it is my pleasure to let you know that we have opened the doors today to my signature program, Launch Easy Life. And here's what you need to know about it. This is my online course that is all about how you can create and launch your own signature online course with ease in the quickest and easiest way possible. But what I want to let you know is that the price to Launch Easy Life is shortly increasing. So if you would like to join our program at the cheapest price it is ever going to be, now is the time to join. You will join with lifetime access. So that means you can go through the course at your own pace. So whenever the time is going to feel right for you to launch, whether that's now or later, but you're going to be able to lock in this price, get lifetime access and access to any and all future upgrades and inclusions that we make. So if you have Create Online Course on your to-do list for any time in 2024, now is the time to join us. And I would love to invite you to do that. The way to do that is you can go to launcheasylife.com/course or DM me the word course. We'll send through all the details as well as when the price is going up so that you know when to join us. This is your invitation. Now is your time. So DM me the word course and we'll send through all the details. But let's talk about welcome momentum. I dived deep into this in last week's episode, but when our brains work in that, let's say we make a decision, we almost instantly, after about 5 seconds, our brain will start thinking about, like, what are all the reasons why this could go wrong? What are all the reasons why now isn't a good time? Why have I, like, is this going to be a waste of my money? Why am I a special snowflake? So it's actually really important for us to focus on what I call welcome momentum, because just paying for a program is not enough to guarantee that someone will start your program and then work through and finish your program. If people don't finish your program, they won't get the result that you promise in your program, and therefore you won't have a successful program. You want a successful program because you want to receive the testimonials and to essentially know that it works. You also don't want to have crickets within your program. You want the feedback so you can continue to reiterate and improve it and make it the best that it can be. And it all starts with welcome momentum. How do we understand how people's brains work and counteract that by, again, understanding how people's brains work so that we can get the best success that we can get? So, number 1, we need to talk about welcome momentum and getting people to start and complete the signature online course that we have. Number 2 thing that nobody is talking about, but we all should be, is we need to plan for the next launch during the first launch. So we're never putting out an online course, and particularly a signature online course, to be a once and done, or we never should do that. So how can we set it up right from the start? Number 1, so that it's successful. And number 2, so that when we go to launch the next time, it's going to be more easeful for us. So that looks like always understanding what the next step might look like and what to expect, and how to gradually layer on bit by bit each of the parts of the launch and start saying, well, how can I take what I've done in this launch, use the data to reverse engineer what my success will look like for my next launch and my next launch and my next launch. And there's so much that goes into that, from knowing what to do with the profit from the first launch to being able to collate all of our collateral for our first launch into the next launch, and looking at how we continue to elevate and improve our sales from launch to launch to launch. So again, this is something that we talk about within Launch Easy Life. The next thing that nobody is talking about is, if we break down launches and launch success, there is literally only one metric you need to focus on that not enough people are focusing on. And think of it like, you know how when we create a champagne waterfall, that's what it's like. We have to focus on one metric at the start that's going to cascade into growing and growing and growing our business in the future. The one metric that you need to focus on for the success of your launch is the number of people who engage in your pre-launch activity. So for your very first round of your online course, it's a little bit different, because typically we're going to get started fairly small, and there's already enough people in our audience to get started really, really quickly. In Launch Easy Life, we call this an ascertain launch. Super, super easy. So what we want to do is put out our first launch really, really easily. And then for every launch after that, focus on this one metric. That one metric is how many people opt in to your pre-launch runway. That's the one metric that is going to determine your success for your launch. How many people have opted into your pre-launch runway? Then, if you execute according to a paint by numbers approach, just look at what are the bits that I need on a sales page? How do I execute a 7-day or 14-day launch? Executing the actual doors open part is very prescriptive. Like, there's a formula for how to do that. And if you follow that paint by numbers approach in Launch Easy Life, we literally give you, this is what to do on day 1. This is what to do on day 2. This is what to do on day 3. We have a playbook listed. If you follow that, you can almost guarantee that you will have a 2% conversion rate on your launch. But the number one thing you need to focus on, and we talk this again, we go through the full process of what you need to do for this within Launch Easy Life, is focus on how many people are opting into your pre-launch runway, because that is the top champagne glass in that cascade. And not enough people are talking about it. What everyone talks about is those 7 days of doors open. It's actually a really easy and should be a really easeful experience as well, because like I said, it's paint by numbers. What you need to focus on is that pre-launch runway, the number of people who opt into your lead magnet and the number of people who opt into your conversion event, your webinar, your challenge, whatever that is. That one number of those two things combined is what is going to determine your success in your launch. That's the thing. If you had to focus on one number, if you were dog with a bone, if you reverse engineered your timelines in order to get as many people as possible to opt into that, what would it look like? When you focus on that one number, you have so much more success. The fourth thing that really goes into the success of an online course that nobody is talking about is proper debriefing. If you already have an online course, I know that you are familiar with this, and I have been there and done it myself. How many of us are launching online courses and not putting enough effort into doing a proper debrief? We get really busy, we get focused on the next thing. We're like, oh, I've got to go into the next thing. But the success of your future launches is hidden in the data of the last launch. That is where you will understand where your best return on investment was, what to focus on for next time. It's all in the data, and conducting a really data-driven debrief that is going to help you reverse engineer and improve your launch for next time. You need to know those numbers, and all of the secrets for success for the next time are hidden within those numbers. So again, the doors for Launch Easy Life are open. When you launch an online course, it is not just about I'm going to say to my audience, this is available. I'm going to push it, push it, push it for 5 to 7 days. That's not how launches and online courses work. If you want to learn not just how to create an online course, but how to set it up and run it and launch it for success, this program is literally going to change the way you put together all of your launches and all of your offers and how you serve your clients. It is an absolute game changer. If you would like to learn exactly how you can do that for your business, come and join us in Launch Easy Life. DM me the word course. We will send you through all of the details, but just a note that the price is shortly about to go up. So if you want to lock in the best price and lock in lifetime access, including to all future upgrades and inclusions, now is the time. I cannot wait to see you next time. Thanks for joining us, and bye for now. Well, that's Well Conceived Business for this week, done and on the books. Let's connect at Robyn Birkin on Instagram to keep the conversation going.